Hey, boys and girls, it's Mr. McAndrew, the math coach. Really excited to be here and continue our work with multi-digit multiplication. So, like I've been saying, we're going to start real slow and work our way up to it. Today, we are going to focus on multiplying single-digit numbers like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, single digits, right? Times times 10, 100, and 1,000. Okay, so let's take a look. If you could please, in your math packet, turn to the page that says multiplying by 10, 100, and 1,000. And actually, your packet, unlike mine, will say Monday on it. Because today should be Monday. Monday fun day. Monday math day. Monday fun day. Okay. So here's what you do. You take out one of your dice, all right, and you roll it. And if you get a 10, ignore it. Because we're doing single digits. That has two digits, a 1 and a 0, okay? So I'm going to roll it again. I'm glad I did that just to show you. So I got a 7. So I would put my 7 here, okay? And then, and I don't say this often, but you can use a calculator to multiply 7 times 10 times 100 times 1,000. And then you would roll again. This time I got a 9. And then you would multiply 9 times 10 and see what you get. 9 times 100 to see what you get. And 9 times 1,000 to see what you get. So you might be saying, well, Mr. McAndrew, I don't have a calculator. All right, everyone relax. Take a deep breath. You might be able to borrow a phone, iPhone, or any kind of cell phone, smartphone that has a calculator. So if I would do 7 times 10 equals, and I got 70, so I would write down 70 here. Okay? And then I would do it, I would clear it, and then I would do it times 100 and then times 1,000. Now, you may say, Mr. McAndrew, I don't have a smartphone. My parents don't have one, or they don't want me to have it, so fine. On the slide, boys and girls, I'm going to put in a link to a calculator that you can use online. Okay? So you just click on the link, and it'll bring you to this calculator. Okay, you just punch it in. 7, let's see, times 10 equals, and there it is. Okay, so no getting around this assignment. Sorry about that. Let's go back to where we were. Okay, so once you've done that, just do two different numbers. If you roll a 7 and then a 7 again, please roll to get two different numbers. Once you have completed this, come back, okay, and we'll talk about what you might notice about the products, okay? All right, so pause the video. Yes, I'm talking to you, and do the work, and then come back. All right, talk to you soon. Bye. All right, boys and girls, so real quick, I want to reiterate, it's really important that when I ask you to pause the video and do some work, that you do that. It's not just about getting you to do work. It's actually about helping your brain to grow. Okay, because if you just watch me do everything, your brain's really not going to grow that much. As good at math as I am, you're just watching me do it. Someday you're going to learn how to drive a car. And you're not going to just watch your parents do it. If you want to learn how to drive a car, at some point, you've got to get behind the steering wheel and drive the car. And hopefully don't crash. Okay, but here's the fun thing about math. You can crash as many times as you want. No one gets hurt. Okay? Like, you just make a mistake, your brain grows, you learn from it, you move on. You cry a little bit, maybe, who knows. It's all good. Okay, I'm just kidding. All right, so what do you know? What did you get? Did you get answers like mine? Maybe you had a 5 here and it was 50, 500, 5,000. Right? Do you notice anything about the products? The products are the answers. Right? Factors would be 7 and 10, and the product is the answer to 7 and 10. Do you notice anything? Okay, so raise your hand if you notice that there's always a 7 in the answer in the product. Okay? Raise your hand if you notice that there's always whatever number, I guess the way to say it, whatever number is here shows up in all of them, right? Okay, raise your hand if you notice this. There's 1 0 in 10, there's 1 0 in 70. There's 2 zeros in 100, there's 2 zeros in 700. There's 3 zeros in 1,000, there's 3 zeros in 7,000. That's interesting, right? Works over here too, right? 1 0, 1 0. 2 zeros, 2 zeros. 3 zeros, 3 zeros. Okay? So I want you to write something down right now. That means you pause the video about what you notice about these products. After you've done that, come back and we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, so good job, boys and girls. So right now I actually do want you to watch me for a minute, and then I'm going to show you what you are going to do today. So I know today's a lot of watching me. Sorry about that. You know, it is what it is. I'm going to do an example of what you're going to be working on today on this place value chart. So I have ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. Okay. Now if I just did 4 times 1, that's the same as 4 ones, right? 4 ones, because I did 4 groups of 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we know that is just equal to 4. Okay, all right, so not so difficult, right? What if I did 4 times 10? Okay, so how do we show tens on the place value chart? Well, this is 110, right? So what I really have here is 4 tens, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 10 4 times. 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay? So this would be 4 times 10. 4 tens. And if I wrote that down, that would give me, as I just said, that would give me 40. And again, you can see there's a 0 here and there's a 0 here. Okay, that kind of makes sense, right? 4 tens gives me 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. 4 ones just gives me 4. That's 4. This is 40. Okay? All right, so let's take a look. What if we go even higher? We do 4 times 100. Okay? So that equals 4 hundreds. It's the same thing as thinking of it as 4 hundreds. So the way we draw that is like a square. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 hundreds, or 400. Okay? So that equals, so you can see 4 times 100 equals 1, 2, 3, 4 hundreds, 400. 4 times 10 equals, right, you've got 4 tens, so 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. 4 times 10 is 40. 4 times 1 is 4. Now if we go to the thousands, okay, if we go to the thousands, if we have 4 times 1,000, that's 4 thousands. What is that going to equal? Well, 1,000, the way I draw that is I draw a square and like a little thing like that, a little like hat on it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 thousands. 4,000. Again, there's 3 zeros here and 3 zeros here. Okay, kind of boring, I know, but this is gonna pay off. Trust me, it's gonna pay off. So let's look at why this. So this, you can see why it works. This is why 4 times 1,000 is 4,000, because you have 4 thousands. Okay, so your paper that you're going to do today is going to look a lot like this. I'm going to demo just one of them for you. Okay, so you've got here 7. I've got 7 times 10 is 7 tens. So I'm going to do 7 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that gives me 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. 7 times 10 is 70. 7 times 1 is 7 plus another 0. That's probably how your older siblings, if you have any, or aunts or parents were taught it. Okay? Which is fine. But I'm trying to show you why this all works. Okay? So here we have 7 times 100, or 700s. So let's put in our 700s. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? So how much do we have? We have 700. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700. You can see it right there. Okay, so 7 times 100, 7 times 1 is 7. And you've got the 2 zeros. Okay, now 7 times 1,000, same idea, all right? You draw 7 thousands, and you've got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. Okay, so boys and girls, this will probably be the easiest part of the week, but it's important that you really understand this, that you can do it. So you have one practice sheet, Monday practice, page 1. You have 2 practice sheets, Monday practice, page 2. And you have 3 Monday practice sheets. By the time you're done with this, you will be masters at multiplying times 10, times 100, times 1,000. And tomorrow, we get into things like 5 times 80. Like awesome stuff, okay? All right, so do a good job, do your work, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.